Here it is, the coffee and breakfast. I woke up at 6:30, it's now about 8, and I'm just very sleepy, so here it is. So it is mid-morning on Saturday. I've already eaten my breakfast, had my coffee. That was a very weak cup of coffee. That's on me. I was too lazy to open a new bag of coffee beans and grind it. So I have the La Colombe one that I picked up in Philly with Too Good To Go. So I need to actually like open it up and grind it and then, you know, have real coffee. So anyway, I am going to get ready now. Basically, I think my friend and I are going to meet up in the afternoon, so I have to basically just get ready, go to the post office, meet up with my friend, and then we're going to go have some fun in Brooklyn maybe. I think that's what we last discussed. But I also want to get some like hobby stuff done today as well and tomorrow, so I'm going to probably be editing videos for most of the day today and tomorrow when I'm not out and about. So by that I mean probably just tomorrow. But I still need to get groceries sometime this weekend, like 100% need groceries. I'm also probably going to go into the office quite a bit next week just because air conditioning. I almost bought it. I don't know, I keep going back and forth because it's like kind of expensive, but in the greater scheme of things, it's like an investment in my lifestyle. But the issue is that it's like not shipping right away, so it says it's going to come in like maybe 4 to 6 weeks at the soonest. And 4 to 6 weeks from now, I'm going to be like in Alaska. And then I might also be like on my work trip, so it's a math problem. I should have just bought it in May when I was like, oh yeah, I should get my room ready for like working in the summer. It's just that I keep having this dream of moving, but like honestly, I can't afford to move. The rental prices in New York are super stupid expensive. They're like, I think I already complained about this, but like $5,000 for a 1-bedroom in Manhattan. Craziness. I can't even imagine like spending that much of my paycheck just on rent. Not that my paychecks are $5,000 or more. That would be, I guess, like, I don't know. I still don't think even if I was making that kind of money, if I would be willing to pay $5,000 for rent, because then I might as well just buy an apartment. Basically, from speaking with my friends who have invested in real estate in New York, by that I mean bought a place, they were like basically like saying only if you go to the outer boroughs, if you go to Manhattan, you don't actually own really anything. You just kind of like own the rights to live in this rented part of land, or like it's like a land lease or whatever. Anyway, I don't understand any of that stuff because I'm not in real estate and I'm not a lawyer, so I will just continue renting. I mean, this place isn't bad. I just kind of need to, basically number one, it needs to be cooler because then I can basically rearrange my apartment so there's a little bit more physical, usable space. But the issue is that the office kind of just evolved because of COVID. So it's just like everything just got jammed in there and I didn't really do much rhyme or reason into it. And I have a couple of like large pieces in there that I can't move just by myself, so I really need to find somebody else who can help me move some of the things around in there. Because it's also like I've changed my lifestyle slightly. So I used to have like a closet rod, like moving cart thing that I used to use in here in my office, in my bedroom for all of my clothes. But then since then I have moved it into my office, but I don't actually have anything on it anymore because I can fit it all in my closet. Technically I can get rid of that, but it's just like a question of how and if I'm actually going to be able to move stuff. Because the issue is I use the bottom shelf of that wardrobe for storing old office supply boxes because I was told that I can't get rid of them because of my company rules. But then I've since talked to like everybody who's left my company and they're like, oh yeah, they just ship you an empty box and you put it in. So I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't be keeping like that much like floor space for just empty boxes because that's silly. But yeah, anyway, I am rambling at this point, so I don't even think this is interesting. But I'm going to do my makeup and my skincare just per usual. So it's not super hot today. I don't think it's like in the 80s. So I'm trying to decide if I want to wear shorts today or not because it is pretty humid, I think. Let me check it out. Okay, so I spent about an hour, more than an hour, trying to do some of this cruise stuff. So basically it won't accept my passport information. It says like it's an invalid number, an invalid expiration date, but I like triple, quadruple, I don't know, sextuple checked it and it's right. So then we also were trying to reschedule our dining reservation because from my research it looks like the the dining day that we had chosen to do a specialty dining. So we booked the Have It All package. I'll go into it obviously on the trip into like why we did it, but we booked it because of the Have It All package, which gives us one specialty dining. So we had chosen a particular day, but that day appears to be a gala night. Still don't know if it's gala or gala. I say gala. My parents say gala. But anyway, so we were trying to change it to the appropriate day that wasn't going to be like a gala night or like a chef takeover night. So I think we chose the right day. We'll see. It's also not showing up on my my account yet. So my mom said she booked it, but I don't see it. So yeah. Anyway, that is the update. I think my friend and I are going to meet at about 2:30 at the subway station to go to the mall, the Japanese mall in Industry City. So it's actually like a shopping area, so there's other stuff to look at as well. And it's right on the waterfront, and I haven't been to Brooklyn in like years. Like honestly years since I've been in Brooklyn. So maybe we'll check that out. I'm also saying omelette, so that means I just need more coffee. Super bright outside. I used Glow Screen Body before I left my apartment. I don't know if you could see how shimmery it is in the sun, but it's like super shimmer. Unexpected package from Urban Decay. Where we're going to Industry City.
Oh, food hall.
Yeah, there's different buildings. So there's also One Girl Cookies that we were looking at. Some other restaurants.
Yeah,
It's kind of nice. And the weather is really nice today too. Design. Food stuff. Japanese sake shop. I feel like we should go to the Little Shop of Soil for your new plant hobby. Okay, we're trying to find the Yaso street food. Looks like there's an avocado restaurant over there. Powerhouse at IC, Innovation Alley, Patisserie. Camp David. Not sure what Camp David is. Hope it's not an army thing. Let's see. Kaza Indian Market. Okay. Quite cute. So sad it's closed. Just ordered a pickup right now as we're standing outside, so we have to queue for 17 minutes in a non-queue, standing solo by ourselves. But it's a really nice food area. I don't know what this place is called, but they have a skeleton as their logo. Renegade something. So here is the menu from Avocadoria. Gato horchata. So curated. Too good to go, $5.99. I don't know if it's $18 worth of food, but pretty good. This is a huge daiso. I actually need one of these, so I'm gonna pick one up. Gardening supplies. Sulfur fish. Exercise section.
You're crying on because
kind of want this, but no use. I have so many masks, but it seems nice for travel. I'm kind of concerned that the body warmer is so much smaller than the hand warmer. But why is it so much smaller? Like, what makes it extra coarse? But it also says it's long style. This is so coarse. This is also very coarse compared to the regular coarse. This one's like fluffy almost. I think they're concerned people aren't living life as a happy thing.
yeah.
Eco life is sustainable. Life is only once. Live a wonderful life. He's friendly. Very helpful.
This is where I can put my packet of Cholula.
Your one Cholula.
Yeah.
You can find it now. You're so random. But it's not even just like Konglish. It doesn't make sense. Nice though. It has a case. That's actually quite useful. Pot holding tongs. I like legitimately don't know what this is, but it's the only one left. So I wonder if everyone else knows. Looks like a magnetic scissors. Kind of helpful. This is also useful. Kind of tempted.
A keychain.
Or if you need your Gantt chart needs. Do I need this? Kinda. Am I gonna get it? Yeah. And is it gonna be annoying to carry back on the subway? Definitely. Very aggressive. He's meeting new things. These are also funny. Don't look into my bag. Life is the adventure. Bored life. Life is the adventure. And then spend too much time with you. Can you imagine if somebody gave you a gift and was like, you're my ordinary friend? So that looks like it's a caramel with melon, bean, condensed milk, and butter. But I'm just going by pictures. The music in here changes like so much. For heartwarming vegan days. This aggressively tells you to remember your happy times together when you're doing your laundry. Vintage clothing. We're at Buka in the Japan Walk. The pop-ups are clothing. Very nice space. These feel so nice. So this is like literally a knitting factory. Got an onigiri, spicy tuna, and my friend got some fresh potatoes with garlic mayo. Better price here. So there are many furniture outlets here. So there's West Elm here. Somewhere along the line is Restoration Hardware. So at Industry City, and then there's Japan Walk in there, Japan Village or whatever. And then over here is Design Within Reach Warehouse. A lot of great outlet deals, and the Japanese grocery store, etc. It looks like a movie. Oh, it's a drive-in movie. It's like they got a car show, and then there's also the ABC Carpet and Home Outlet as well. So I guess it's a drive-in. Spaceballs. Such failures. There's so much other stuff to do. It's like a serene walk space. So over here they have some alcohol, various different alcohol. So I think this one's more like adult themed. Well, not like adult themed, but like for adults. It's actually kind of fun. Sake tasting room. We're still exploring, but it's kind of confusing in here. The map kind of stops working. There's a UPS store, but it looks very aesthetic. You could play foosball. Oh, maybe we came to investigate this fancy vending machine, but I think it's bike parts. But since I don't ride a bike,
Taking cream.
there's biking. I don't know. It's like Viper fixed spoke, rim tape, chain loop. I don't know. Interesting. No idea about pricing. But you must use exact change or else a credit card. I know, I don't like the sound of it. Is it okay? Saturday night, we did a lot today actually. Industry City was super nice. Highly recommend going there. I thought it was going to be super cheesy, and honestly it was like not super duper cheesy, but I would say there are definitely a lot of people who go there who are like otaku, like basically like the people who are like super obsessed with like anime. But for the most part, it's kind of like a shopping mall with like a little bit of an experience with a bunch of cafes, etc. So it was overall a great experience, definitely worth the visit. Just the daiso was really well organized and things like that. However, that being said, daiso in America or in the US is like so expensive. So usually it's like 1,000 won, so like what is that, like 80 cents, or else 100 yen. Or 110 yen with tax, but like that's also like 80 cents. So the fact that once you import it into the US and it's like now $1.99 is the base is a little bit expensive, especially because I was like, all of the things that I was like, oh, I should probably get this, I was like, wait, no, I can get it at the dollar store, which is now $1.25. But yeah, so I was like, I also don't want to carry this around with me the whole rest of the day, because it was somewhat of a trek. So it's like pretty far into Brooklyn. It's in Sunset Park, so it's kind of hard to get to from I mean, it's not hard, but it's kind of long to get there from Manhattan. So we took the D. You could also take the NQR, I think, the yellow line, but we just took the D because it was easier to take from where we were. But we spent the greater part of the afternoon there. We went to Daiso. We also went to look around just in general at industries. So anyway, we spent a long time there. We got a lot of things done. The Sunset Mart there, so no, Sunrise Mart. So the Sunrise Mart in Industry City is pretty big actually. The one in Industry City is huge. But it's kind of a little bit less organized and the prices are a little bit less competitive in my opinion. So that being said, most of the things that I kind of need to buy, I would be able to just pick up at H Mart, and it wouldn't be such a big trek, basically. But they had some more specialty items at the Sunrise Mart, like a bunch of sauces, for example, that usually you don't get as much choice, I guess. The other thing is, I still haven't gone to Nishinomiya. No, that's not the right word. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. Nishinomiya is like the subway station, so that's like definitely not it. It's I don't remember the name. I'm not gonna come up with it. There's a grocery store in like New Jersey that's Japanese and it's like very famous. Anyway, I went there in grad school and it was really nice to go, but ever since grad school I haven't gone, so that's been like 9 years. So it's been quite a long time, but it is quite nice and they have a really good food court over there as well. But I did pick up quite a few things. I'll do a haul tomorrow. I put one of the items, which is a fresh item, in the fridge. Otherwise, everything else I can show you tomorrow on the vlog, and then also do like a more detailed haul on the channel, just because I'll have some extra space for content, since I don't think I'm getting as much PR because I haven't been answering emails basically. But yeah, so the subway ride back was the most eventful subway ride it's been in a while for me. So basically we got on the cart, and then the cart was full of like basically this, like, it looked like one entire family, like maybe 40 people, and it looks like they all came from Coney Island. So the last stop on the train is Coney Island. So it looked like they all had gotten on because it was like very sandy. Everybody was in bathing suits and having like things. Anyway, so it was like 40 people, and who I assume is the father of a couple of the children, probably the twins. There was a lot of children basically, but he started playing a lot of music. It was like a club in the cart, and then about like maybe 10 to 15 minutes into the ride, all of the kids, the older kids, like maybe like the school age kids, they all knocked out, like completely knocked out. And then like when my friend and I got into the car, we were both like, oh my gosh, it smells so much like ice cream in here. And then we still don't know why it smells like ice cream, but I was like, dang. When I got on, I was so scared that meant somebody had vomited ice cream because they were coming from Coney Island and they all looked like they had been out the whole day. So anyway, I don't think that's what it was. I don't know why it smelled like ice cream, it still did. So then it just kept, more and more people came in, and we were standing by the door facing the door that always opened, and we kept on seeing everybody's puzzled like looks when they came in the door. So eventually there was this like really tall man who came on. He was like super sweaty. I think he was like super drunk too, but he was like looking for a place to sit. And the thing is like the kids were spread out across multiple seats, so like technically they could get ticketed, and I have seen people who have gotten tickets for having like their stuff on seats, so I'm always like super paranoid. This guy got on and he was going to try to sit down because he had thought that one of the seats was just a blanket, but there was a child under it, and he had like the greatest shock on his face. So then he like stood up and then he was like dancing to the music. It was like kind of crazy. So then eventually we got to like maybe Rockefeller, I think it was Bryant Park. So once we got around like Midtown area somewhere, this man came on who was wearing like a headband with like alien antennas, but the alien antennas had stars on the end, and he was carrying a saxophone. And then as soon as he got on, the mother and father couple person group, they started cracking up, and then they kept like cracking up, and then he started playing the saxophone, so then they turned off their club music. But then eventually both of them were playing at the same time, and then it was just like the thing is like most of the kids slept through the entire interaction, and it was just hilarious. Like I don't know how they did it. Like I want that life, because I was actually like kind of worried that maybe some of them had like gotten like heat stroke or like sun poisoning, because they were like kind of like completely like knocked out. It was kind of late because I was like, my friend was like, yeah, this is like the most intense. She's like, it's getting real crazy in here. I said, yeah. I was like, it's also like 9 o'clock in the night. And she's like, but it's Saturday. The saxophone man left, so they started playing the club music again. And then each time people came on, seriously, the looks were just hilarious. Eventually I got out, my friend got out because we needed to change to the train. But yeah, it was like, suddenly when I got on my new train, I was like, dang, this is like the quietest train ever. I was like, this is like the quiet car.